Welcome, Taurus. This is your weekly focus for the week of September the 2nd. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Let's turn to the cards and find out what they reveal for your upcoming week. Okay, our underlying energy for the week, Taurus, is the Four of Cups. Well, it all starts with being grateful. It all starts with appreciating the things that we have in our life. When we start out from that point, when we start out from a love center, everything flows from there. So, this is a week to look at what we have to be grateful for, build things that we're already grateful for, make them more beautiful. Allow yourself time to appreciate the things in your life. Maybe this is the you want to, if it's the relationship you're growing, then maybe a weekend getaway towards the end of the weekend, plan some kind of overnight little jaunt or something. Or it could be that you are trying to grow the harmony at work. So, look towards ways of doing that. Maybe it's just paying more attention to the things that you like to do at work and giving it the priority, right? And when you're happy and you start to go with the flow, it just creates that harmony around you. Let's see what else it brings out. I think it's a little bit more than just being grateful. Like there is something coming your way. There is something that, you just really need to take stock right now and look at what you have, and you see the key to opportunity that will lead you forward. That could very well be. Our first card is the Knight of Swords. Be careful when that is our first card, because you are full of energy. You want to charge. Your curiosity is leading the way. You see a much more expansive horizon this week, perhaps. You want to experience the joy, the happiness, the laughter, the uh and you also I think it's your curiosity, and you're driving yourself. You It's like you've taken the blinders off in some way here to go forward, to feel like you know you're in a field that it's wide open. The horizon is so expansive. You see the possibilities this week, and don't be too fast to rush towards them, I guess, is what it's saying here. To don't rush any decisions, especially big decisions this week, because we need an overall picture. We need to slow it down a little bit when this card is in the first place. Not saying that you're not right on key with what you need to do, but there could be a couple of little details that you're overlooking if you just dive right into it, and details that could go awry and could be easily avoided with just slowing it down a little bit. Okay, let's see what our next card is. The Tower card. Oh, my goodness. The Tower card. You can't even see that card. I'm so sorry. Let's move that over there, that over to there. There we go. I'm not even paying attention here. Okay. I'm just tapping into the energy and not paying attention if you can see the cards or not. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the Tower card is here. Let's see here, the Tower card. Life changes. You see a different perspective. You see a different way forward. You see what has been limiting you before, or not allowing you to go forward in the way you want. You break through the glass ceiling. You understand that maybe something that somebody said to you once upon a time that you couldn't, or you shouldn't, or you mustn't. And you understand now that you can in some way. And I think this starts with, you get curious. You get, a little bit more open-minded to what's there. You take the blinders off and you see a possibility that maybe it has been there for you, but for some reason you haven't seen it until this moment in time, and this moment changes everything for you. And the Star card, talk about strong energy, making the impossible possible. Yeah, I'm really kind of getting that. I was going there before the card was saying that, actually. you get this awakening, you get this understanding of something that you really felt was impossible, or you really couldn't move forward in a certain way, and you're seeing now that yes, by deliberate steps perhaps you may actually be able to break through. You may be able to take a step into a journey that you thought was forbidden in some way, that you couldn't step into that opportunity, that it wasn't, it was like turn away, no, no admittance, only people with the credentials can go past this point. And you really felt like there was this stumbling block or something holding you back from where you really wanted to go, following a passion, a dream, a desire, maybe your own creativity or inner expression, and allowing that to flow. It could even be a relationship where you thought, you couldn't be with that person for certain reasons. And you're understanding now that you can absolutely be with that person. And those reasons don't matter because these reasons do. Does that make sense to you? We have for our overriding energy the Four of Swords. So take your time, rest, recuperate, recharge your batteries. Make sure that you're taking care of you. Make sure that you're taking time to pamper yourself. Even if it's just rest and relaxation, but it could be creating giggles and laughters in your life. This is a time to hit the reset button in your world, to start to reinvent maybe the passage forward for yourself. I think you're seeing things that you really didn't understand that you could take hold of, that you could go forward in, that you could experience in some way. And it all starts with the gratitude and just loving what is already present in your world. Okay. Cradling this energy is the Three of Swords. There could be some healing that needs to happen here, Taurus. Okay. So allow that healing to happen. Release those fears, release, the fears, anxieties, worries. It could be what other people think. And so you don't want to take that step because other people will think this about you or that about you. You don't want them thinking that about you. Well, why would they? If they truly love you, they're going to stand behind you. They are going to support you. They are going to be your cheerleaders in life. Okay, so I I get the sense that this new world of possibility is opening up to you here this week. But there could be some healing, or I think this is, this could just be, allowing yourself to be imperfect in certain areas of your life, to not always strive for that perfection or something. And so what area of life where you constantly like, I could be better than that, I could be better than that? Don't worry about being better than that, being as is in that, to allow yourself to grow in other areas of your world. Does that make sense? We start off the week with the Chariot. So this is about holding it back. This is about not making decisions too quickly in our lives, not jumping to conclusions, not overcommitting ourselves either. We want to make sure that what we are setting out to do is possible, that we have the time, the energy, the resources to do exactly what we want to do. So, we get the holding back, and I was telling you right away to hold back here, and yet the first card that comes out is about waiting for the clarity to come in, waiting for the fog to lift, waiting for the sun to shine, looking ahead, see what limitations are blocking us, obstacles that are blocking us, so that we can eradicate them before we even get to that point. As we leave the week, we have the King of Swords. We get very determined towards the end of the week going into next week. We know what we're about. We know where we want to go. We know the next steps maybe. And once again, it could be your voice that's leading the way. It could very well be your voice leading the way here, your conversations. Maybe you're being more vocal about something, or you are expressing yourself in a way that people are actually hearing you, understanding you, and you gain some kind of promotion through that energy. Just let me take a sip here. I'm so sorry. When it comes to work and career, we have the Page of Pentacles. So really, the sky is the limit. What are you dreaming of? I mean, first of all, we have a Pentacles. It's a Page of Pentacles, so it's a young energy. I would have to say you to watch your money right now. Don't overspend on fun right now. Okay? If anything, you want to invest in yourself. Okay, the way that this is showing up for you. So, at least this week. And you're not going to know a lot about how you're going to get from A to B. And that doesn't matter. The journey is more important, anyways. Trust me on that. It gets more exciting and more adventurous when you don't have actually that B goal, but you just know that you are expanding and growing along the way. There is great fortune to be had, great abundance, great prosperity can be formed from maybe this, I hear, a new alliance. So maybe you're teaming up with somebody. That could be a partnership of some sort. Maybe you're looking at structure and how it's all going to go together, how you can get your ducks in a row. I don't think you're really going to understand a lot of that this week, although you can try, but I don't really see, where that really comes into play. So it might actually push you in the wrong direction if you're giving it too much thought to the detail. It's more about the big picture right now. It's more about thinking about that prosperity and how you can, maybe it's just a small step that you see, this window of opportunity opens up a little bit for you, and you can see down the road, wow, if I really, became great at that, I could actually do this, or I could actually do that. Like if I got big enough, I got great enough, the talents, the abilities, the growth was all there. It could turn out to that. And I kind of see that kind of imagination happening rather than a set goal. Love and relationships, the 10 of Wands, I think you're taking on too much in the relationship. I think you need to stop worrying about the obligations and the commitments this week in the relationship that's wearing you down, but rather just create fun and laughter and joy and happiness. Those commitments, those obligations, and I'm not saying to discard them, but I think in some way they're weighing you down. It's almost like a burden in some ways to you. And loving another person should never be a burden, okay? And yes, many times it turns out to be a burden of love. We've all heard that expression, but it's about bringing in the joy and the happiness and stop worrying if if a bedtime is at this hour or we're having a family dinner and nobody showed up this week and, and then the structure is kind of going a little awry. And I think you need to go a little bit more with the flow when it comes to relationships, to do something a little bit more spontaneous, fun loving, adventurous, get creative, allow your inner expression to shine, do something that you love to do, and invite the whole family to do it with you or a significant other. If you're looking for a relationship, there could be a brand new relationship, but I would say go slow within that relationship. We don't want to tell them our life story and give them too much information about ourselves, keep them guessing kind of thing. So that could be and this, it could be that somebody that you love actually shows you where your limitations are, or where the obstacles are. Maybe you're not seeing it and it can come through their eyes. So rather than push it away, listen. Okay. And overextending yourself. I get this overextension and overcommitment of yourself, that you're trying to do too much in too many ways in order to grow the love. And really, all you need is yourself. All you need is to bring you to the table and to have some fun. So, once again, I'm going to say, plan that weekend getaway. Okay, just a little overnight thing, or just a little jaunt. Maybe it's a 2 or 3 hour little jaunt or something, but do something fun, something romantic, something to kind of grow that bond a little bit stronger, a little bit deeper, to allow your hearts to connect on a deeper level. I think that would be a beautiful thing to do. Absolutely, this weekend, but it's more about having fun, and maybe through that fun, you start to understand a new flow that can go into maybe the pecking order of home and relationships within the home. More of a flow. You decide to do something new or different, and add this to your routine, or and it brings out, it adds to, by once again, it's leading through love. It's leading through love. Let love, not the obligations, not the commitments, but the love. Okay, in fact, you need to drop some of those obligations and commitments, because it's weighing you down and not allowing you to just be in the moment and laugh and giggle and embrace love and laughter. And I think that is vital this week for you. Our final card is the Wheel of Fortune. I think that you get a very strong knowing of how you are going forward. You know that wheel is turning. You know the new beginnings are right around the corner. It's time to start projecting yourself into those new beginnings, knowing that it may be something new or different, or in some ways it could be a little overwhelming and a little bit, like you never thought you could do this before. You never thought you would have the opportunity. And it's a little bit, now that it's here, ooh, do I do it kind of energy. And I think that you could be very successful, very great prosperity also in relationships. Okay, new beginnings, new starts, new growth within the relationship, deepening of bonds within the relationships can all be had. It's a very beautiful and harmonious energy and flow that you've got going in your life, so just ride the wave. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.